Hey, it's showtime. Alex, roll the intro.
Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Welcome to Tuesday night. Talk is cheap. That's right. We are at episode 102. 102. Can you believe it? I can't even count that far, but apparently I guess I can. So we have a really, really fun show for you tonight. Of course, we have the Chewy Cam and the scorekeeper, but along with that, we have back Christy Largent. We have, for the first time, Jordan Macon, and Brian Bates is going to be my co-host, so I'm really excited about that. And of course, we have you guys who are watching. I wanted to see how your day was today. My day, actually, I actually wounded myself while eating today. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I actually stabbed the roof of my mouth with a wheat thin. You see, cake will never do that. Cake will never betray you like that. A wheat thin, they can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, Alice Green, I want to say hello to you. Hello, Alice. She says, happy Tuesday, everyone. We're so glad you're here, Alice, and you're joining us. And if you are joining us, we'd like to hear who you are, where you're from. Make some noise in the comments, would you? That'd be really nice of you. Yeah, we have so much fun today. I can't wait. I can't wait for the game. I'm really excited about it. Can you tell? I don't get out much is what I'm saying, guys. And so this is it for me. And so I just need amusement. And so I amuse myself by making silly games up and then making my my guests play against each other. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. So what else is new, you guys? Anything? Let's see. We have June Von Colson Corey. She says, hey, Rhonda and Chewy, great lineup tonight. Yeah, that's right. We have to show Chewy. We do have the Chewy Cam. Alex, do we have the Chewy Cam intro? There he is. There is Chewy doing his thing. He's right there. We want him to sleep, you guys. We want him to sleep. You see his little ear wiggle because people are always concerned about Chewy because, you know, before the show, we give Chewy a little bit of the quiet moments. So he's quiet, you know. And you guys, look at how happy the dog is on the look at that. Chewy's that happy right now. He's dreaming about treats and all kinds of things. And I just want you to know this is very safe for your pets. It's a calming aid, and it helps reduce stress and tension. It's great for storms, fireworks, travel, grooming, and the Talk is Cheap show. So this is great. So I highly recommend it for your dogs, your pets, or for your unruly children. I didn't say that. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's see. We have John Peters here who wants to say hello. John and Mary Lou Peters from Lancaster County. Hi, John. Hi, Mary Lou. Thanks for joining us tonight. And anyway, okay. I think Alice loves Chewy. We know you do. And and she thinks I should give one to John. Where is he? He is sleeping, but I'm not going to say that I gave John. Alice, come on. I'm not that kind of person. Anyway, we are going to start the show because I know you're very excited, and we're going to roll a little bit of a clip here of my first guest.
A little bit about myself. In my free time, when I don't do comedy, I drive for Uber. So basically, I drive for Uber. I'm an Uber driver. That's what I do. I even drive for Uber before shows, which is kind of my biggest fear. It's just one day I'll be driving before a show, and they'll be coming to that show, and we'll just ride together, and we'll just both get out of the car. They're like, "You're coming to the show too?" I'm like, "I am on this show. I'm not doing well." Now, I guess actually, now I think about it, my biggest fear is I'll just get heckled one night by some guy who's had too much to drink. The comedy club will call him an Uber, and I'll have to drive my own heckler home. That would be worse.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. All right, let's say goodbye to Chewy because we have somebody else to say hello to. That was a clip from his Dry Bar comedy special, Uber Important, that was recently released. You have to go check that out. He is one of the hosts of the Nateland podcast, along with Nate Bargatze and Aaron Weber. He made, you guys, this is so exciting. He made his Grand Ole Opry debut just recently on September 7th. Please welcome my guest co-host, Brian Bates, everybody.
Hello. Hello, folks.
Hey, Brian. We're so glad you could join us tonight.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so that's exciting so tell us a little bit about that. You just did your debut at the Grand Ole Opry. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a week ago today, actually. So about this time last week, I was on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, and it was super exciting. I've never aspired to be on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, but I grew up here in Nashville, so I've always known about it. And they're really trying to get more comedians on there, and most of the shows now have a comedian, or many of them do, and it has to be a clean comedian. So when they reached out to me and asked me to come do it, I was so excited. They were so nice. We pulled up. I was with my family. They had a reserved parking spot for me for my Opry debut, and my own dressing room, and everyone was so nice and so generous, and they really, really, really treated me great. And it was a great night. I had a great set, and it was so much fun.
Oh, that is so cool. So last week you're at the Grand Ole Opry, and this week here you are on Talk is Cheap. Your career is just booming.
It just keeps getting better and better.
I mean, last week, Grand Ole Opry, but this week Talk is Cheap. I mean, come on. I mean,
is that what it took for me to get on here? I had to appear the Grand Ole Opry. Yeah, I was watching your intro, and I was like, she had every comedian on in America before me. I think I'm the last man standing.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm getting so excited because I have a lot of new comics coming on, and a lot, of course, guests that are going to give us pro tips. And but I just lined up some great comics today. I'm really super excited about it. I know, is that amazing to see all the faces when I have on my Rhonda Corey comedy page, plug, if you haven't liked it, come on. I actually have all the faces of everyone who has been on for 100 shows. So you guys will be added to that because your faces aren't on there yet. And it's so cool. I look at it and I just can't even believe it because, I had some great comics on this show, as I do tonight, Brian.
Thank you. Yeah. Wow. I have to go check that out.
Yeah. Everyone should go look at it on my page. It's not a ploy to get you to. It's not a ploy to get you to like my page or to follow me, Rhonda Corey Comedy, on Facebook, also on Instagram. and the Rhonda Corey Comedy page on YouTube. You might even be watching on YouTube right now. I don't know. Anyway, I never plug myself. Everybody's always like, why do you have to plug your page? But Alex does put it in the comments for me, as we have with Brian right now. You definitely need to follow Brian. You have to watch his dry bar special. It is really hilarious. I loved watching it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's called Uber Important. So if you want, you can just go to, I think, YouTube, or type in dry bar Brian Bates, and you can find it that way. And they also have the dry bar app that you can download and watch all the comments for, I don't know, a low price of, I forgot. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's see. We got some people here. Mount Comedy of Talk is Cheap pick. Yes, Michelle Van Dusen, and Michelle Van Dusen is actually on there, as is Jack Hollingsworth, who I just noticed before you made a comment about Chewy, which was very mean. You called him a rat dog because he says my dog's a rat. He's I'm not even talking to you right now. And Alice said she loves Nashville, folks. Well, you're gonna love Brian, so that's
Thank
awesome.
you, Alice. Thank you,
Alice. You have to follow Brian. He's very funny.
Thank you.
Let's see. And yes, Tony Palante, you are honored to be on the list of one of the chosen ones. You mean one of the people that finally had nothing to do on a Tuesday night. So that's kind of sometimes what it adds up to. I don't know. But no, Talk is Cheap was, started. It started as a result of the pandemic, everybody being locked in their homes, and I was going insane, and everything I was looking at on the internet was like, there was a lot of negative, and I said, we need to bring some cheer, and plus I wanted to introduce, I have a lot of funny friends that people have never heard of.
Yeah.
They're not big, huge names, but they're really funny. And so I wanted to provide a place, a platform for my funny friends, and some of the people now are my friends that weren't before, and some of them aren't my friends anymore, but whatever. That's no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Thanks, Jack. Jack says he loves this show. We love you too. We have to get you back on here. We definitely have to get you back on. What I love to do is I have like a big game night sometimes, and I have several different comics on the show, and I don't know if you know this, but comics can be very, very competitive. I'm trying to think of a nice word. Yes, competitive. They're very competitive. Let's see. I'm trying to read these comments, and let's see. No need to mention that I'm the undefeated cheapskate of all the 102 episodes. Really don't mention it. I'm too humble. Yes, we did have who was going to be the cheap skate. See, cheapskate. And she won. June Corey won the cheapskate. Yes, contest. Jack's still in prison. Okay. All right. Michelle said she wants to be on the game night sometime because she needs some hand sanitizer. Yeah. Oh, Brian, you don't even know what's in store for you tonight. It's going to be simply incredible. I mean, I don't know what you're aware of on this show, but
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, it's something is what it is. It is something. Right. Hey, we don't just have a lot of fun here. We learn things on Talk is Cheap. And tonight we have our special guest. She's an author, a speaker, an online entrepreneur. She has an Amazon bestseller, 31 Positive Communication Skills for Women. She hosts the podcast Encouraging Words for Working Moms, and she's the founder of the Midlife Happy Life community. And she's back with us again to give us some positivity, which I love. Please welcome Christy Largent. Yay!
Hello. Happy to be here with you, Rhonda and Brian. What a fun show, as always.
Well, we're glad to have you as always, because you always help us out. You always help us out. And tonight, what are you going to be talking to us about?
I am going to be talking to you about how to live with positive momentum. And in today's world, we often feel so stuck, discouraged, depressed. I mean, every D word you can come up with to describe what's going on in the world. And so we have to mind our minds, because if we don't mind our minds, we're going to be in trouble.
I like that. I like that. Mind your mind.
You've got to mind your mind. And so, of course, in the good Baptist tradition in which I was raised, I have 3 points. And our 3 key points. When you want to have positive momentum in your life, instead of feeling stuck, depressed, drowning, discouraged, the first thing that I want you to do is to clarify your expectations versus reality. Sometimes what happens is we think, oh my goodness, it's going to be so amazing when, and then when happens, and you're like not happy. you're not happy with it. I mean, like children, for example. All I ever wanted was to be a mom. And then I became a mom, and I discovered that it was a lot different in the reality than my expectations.
Yeah. And
so I think what happens is we can get so discouraged when we think, gosh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. And I'm just like, is anything ever going to be good? And should I temper my expectations so that I don't expect good stuff? And so what I just like to encourage you to do, and what I do myself, is I say, well, let's take a cold, hard look at the reality versus the expectation. And once you've clarified, am I sad, or am I upset, or am I down because I was thinking that that I had to meet this unrealistic expectation? Or can I look at my reality and say, there's a lot of good here. It's different than my expectation, but there is so much good that I can be thankful for in the middle of it. I mean, have you ever experienced that, where the reality was really different than your expectation? And once you kind of recognized what was going on in the back of your brain that you didn't even know, you're like, oh, well, I can find the good in this reality.
Like maybe a vacation.
Right.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Well,
you think go ahead, Brian.
I was going to say marriage is a great example of that, because I got married very late in life, but in premarital counseling, they talked about how so many people have this expectation of marriage, and then once you get into it, it's not what you expected, and that often leads to trouble. Now, my wife and I were both in our 40s when we got married, so we had a little bit more life experience and a little bit more mature, but I could see how, especially someone in their 20s, that leads to a lot of problems.
Yeah, exactly. And then you compound in unrealistic expectations, right, on top of that. I just think it's really important that when we think about our circumstances, we look at them with clear eyes, and we ask ourselves, is this my expectation that I'm sad with, or is it the actual reality? And oftentimes when I can recognize the difference and I can be grateful for the reality, even though it's different, then I'm able to stay in a more positive frame of mind. So the gratitude is a huge component there. You're going to look at it, and then you're going to pull out what you could be thankful for as your foundation. So that's the first idea for having more positive momentum in your life. The second idea is that I want you to give yourself grace in your season. So what I mean by that is when I work with a lot of middle-aged, midlife women, and oftentimes we think we should be someplace, again, that's bringing in a little bit of the expectation, right? We think our life should look a certain way, and it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And so what I always like to remind and encourage the women I work with is, let's give ourselves lots of grace. It's a stressful time in the world, and I think all of us are feeling much more anxiety than we may have ever experienced in our lives before, right? And so really, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, you can benefit by giving yourself grace. Just give yourself the permission to be where you are, who you are in the moment, right? You don't have to always be striving, or you're not getting, there's no grade, right? You're not going to get a grade on this. And I often find myself feeling anxious because I'm like, oh, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing it well enough, or I need to do more, right? And
I find myself, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Christy, but I find myself talking to myself in a way that if someone else talked to me that way, I would be furious at them. Or if I talked to them that way, they'd be furious at me. I'd be in HR if it was at a work experience, but I talk to myself that way because I don't give myself enough grace.
Exactly. And you must have read my notes, because that's the third point, which is you have to monitor your self-talk. Because what happens is we get, things are going along and we're saying, gosh, I'm not doing enough. This show bombed, if you're thinking as a comedian, nobody laughed, or they laughed in the wrong places, and then you just start beating yourself up. We have to monitor our self-talk. We have to be aware of what we're saying to ourselves. And just like you said, Brian, what am I saying to myself? Like, who would I talk to that way?
Yeah.
Nobody. Right. And this is something I have worked on for years and years, because when I was younger, I don't know why, but I got it in my mind that it was a good idea to look in the mirror and say horrible things to myself. And I thought that was good for some reason. And so it wasn't until I was almost 40 that I started turning that around, and it's changed my life, because I really recognized that, what you tell yourself is it is a huge component of your lived experience, right? Because it's like, we have our circumstance, whatever it is, a show I had a show. Some people laughed, some people didn't. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Those are circumstances. Instead of putting tons of judgment on it, which is what we do when we let our thoughts about the circumstance go crazy, right? When I have those thoughts, that creates feelings. So the circumstance is the show. It's a neutral event. I have thoughts about it, and then those thoughts generate feelings. Well, I want to feel good. So I have to really control my thoughts. So if you're feeling bad, I want you to think about, what are you saying to yourself? And it doesn't have to just be about yourself. It could be about anything. Like you could be saying, like, having trouble with your husband, and instead of saying, well, this is something I'm working on, right? I'm working on my marriage. You're saying, oh, this is ridiculous. He'll never change. I'm never going to be happy. Why did I marry him in the first place? And you start thinking all these negative thoughts, which makes you feel horrible. And when you feel horrible, how do you act? What's your behavior, the action? It's not to make a better marriage. It's to pull away, right? So instead, we're going to control our thoughts. We're going to think, gosh, I'm glad I can learn and grow and get a little bit better every single day. I'm glad there's such a thing as second chances. I'm glad that I'm able to communicate with my mouth. When I think those kind of thoughts, then I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I'll tell him that when he did this is how it impacted me. And then we have a conversation. And then what happens as a result of that action? I have a better marriage.
Right.
She's like, gosh, I didn't know that when I acted that way, that's how it affected you.
Right.
And then you have a better, so it's going upward. And it all started with how I monitored my thoughts. Right? What did I say to myself? What am I saying to myself?
And what you're focusing on too, like, what you were just saying just then, you're focusing on all the negative things.
Yes,
and I think sometimes what we do is those thoughts start to snowball. And so, and just 100%. Like Brian was saying earlier, you start saying this, and then you add like another phrase, well, this and this and this and this. Yeah. And just like you said, Brian, like, if you would never talk to another person like that, you would never, criticize or critique another person like that. But, giving yourself the grace and not focusing on that. You when you would talk to someone else, you would focus on more of the positive,
right.
What did I get? Well, let's see what you did get out of that show that didn't, maybe go as well as you wanted, and how you can change it for the next time. And these are like such amazing tips. Like, I could just talk about this all day, Christy, because it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And it also is going to, who is going to be attracted to you and who is not going to be, attracted to you if you have that kind of an attitude too, because that shows.
Well, and here's the thing, Rhonda, we can work on this at any time we want to, but you can turn it around right now. If you're watching the show and you're just like, you came in here and you're like, well, it's been such a crap day, I might as well just watch the show. You can turn it around right now. You can be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch the show because I want to laugh and I want to turn it around. I think you don't have to wait, and that's sometimes people are like, oh, if I wait it'll get better. No, start right now. Start watching these things. Start looking at your expectations versus reality and being honest with yourself about what's really going on. Be grateful for what you have in your own reality. Secondly, give yourself grace, lots of grace. Our lives are all seasons. Right now may be a tough season, so give yourself grace in it, right? And then thirdly, monitor your self-talk. And that way you can make sure that what you're constantly putting in your mind and in your heart, because for out of the heart of a man, the mouth speaks, right?
That's right.
So how do you think it gets in your heart? Through your head, through your thinking. So it's so important that we're doing that. So when we do, life is so much better, right? And we feel more positive. We bring more positivity to the world, and the Lord knows the world needs positivity right now.
Yes,
that
is so true.
We can do that.
Oh, Christy,
can I ask
that's
a question?
awesome. Oh, go ahead.
Christy, how did you break the cycle? You said that you used to talk to yourself that way, and
all the time.
Yeah.
How
did you change it?
You just have to start catching yourself. And for comedians, the natural thing is to write it down, right? Don't you always carry something to write stuff down with? So start a list of the minute you catch yourself saying something, we write it down. And what I had to say, I would be like, stop, write it down. And then you're like, is this helping me or hurting me? Is this productive? And 99% of the time, it's not productive.
And it's not true. Half the time, it's not. More than half the time, right? It's not even a true statement.
Most of the time, it's not true. Most of the time, it's not true. And so you have to first recognize it. What I find most people struggle with is realizing when they're doing it. So I think people that are writers, comedians, people who are thinking about words, it's easier for them to catch themselves, because then once you just start writing it down. And then the more you write it down, the more you're going to hear yourself, the more you're going to stop yourself, the more you're going to immediately reframe. And that's what I do. That's my biggest tool when I find myself thinking, oh, it's so stupid, I'm so stupid, or it's not worth it. Or here's a classic one. I'm bad at math, right? Wait a minute. In the past, math has not been my strongest subject. Do you hear the difference between I'm bad at math to in the past, math has not been my strongest subject? So I reframe it immediately. I just don't let myself do the negative, because it doesn't serve me, and it doesn't serve, my mission on earth is not to be negative. It's to bring joy and to share Jesus, right? I'm a Christian. That's what I like to do. That's what I believe I'm called to do. And I can't do that if I'm constantly feeding myself negative lies.
Oh, well, you definitely have brought the joy and positivity to Talk is Cheap tonight, and we are so thankful. You know what? Your 3 points are right there in the comments. Alex put them up. And also your social media, you guys, you definitely want to follow Christy. You can join her Facebook group, Midlife Happy Life Community. It's on Facebook, and she's at Christy Largent on Instagram. And you can also order her book, you guys, 31 Positive Communication Skills, and it's on Amazon. It's a bestseller. Order that. Oh, Christy, we'll have you back. I love having you here.
Thank you. Have fun tonight.
Christy. Thank you. Bye.
Oh my gosh. I love Christy. I love having Christy here. She's great. She's great. See, we don't just have lots of laughs here on Talk is Cheap. We have some great information to take with us and to change lives here on Talk is Cheap. And right now, we are gonna continue with some more laughs. We're actually gonna show a little bit of a clip of our next guest talking about how this whole COVID coronavirus, who started it? Roll it, Alex.
I've been wanting to know the answer to the question of who did this to us? Who do we blame? So I was on Facebook. And I saw somebody post and they said, we need to follow the money. Whoever is benefiting from this the most, that's who we blame. That's who did it. So I did multiple Google searches. And there's lots of companies that are doing okay, but there's only one company that's benefiting by 200%. Do you know who this is? Who's up by 200% in their sales? Amazon, I hear that. I hear mass companies. Yeah. That's just what these people want you to think. Those are all up, but the only company that's up 200% are puzzle companies, okay? Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I knew Big Puzzle was behind this.
Oh my goodness. He has millions of views on Dry Bar Comedy Special that you just saw a little clip of, so you definitely have to check him out on there. And he is actually currently a part of the Dry Bar Comedy Tour. He hosts the weekly podcast, My Wife Thinks. So please welcome for the very first time, Jordan Macon. Whoops, where is he? There he is. Let's see. And you just have to unmute your mic, Jordan. Yeah, we muted you.
I think I muted myself. I'm so sorry.
Yourself. I don't know. That's how we do around here. We're like, mute him. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't mute you. He muted himself. Jordan, we're so glad to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. I was just sitting here telling myself how not funny I was and how I probably was going to make a fool of myself and really embarrass myself and probably lose lots of followers. So I missed Christy's segment. Did I miss anything helpful?
No, you didn't.
No,
we agree with all that.
You're fine. You're fine. You'll be okay.
Okay, good. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything that could, help me be happier or anything.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So you're part of the Dry Bar Comedy Tour. Have you gone anywhere so far? What states have you hit or about to hit?
Yeah, we just I was in Arizona. We did the Tempe Improv, and we did Tucson. The one I'm on next, we're going up to the Pacific Northwest. So we're going to be in the Portland Helium on the 28th, and then the Tacoma Comedy Club the 29th, and the Spokane Comedy Club the 30th. So I'm excited to do those dates. That'll be fun.
That's fun. That's so fun. Oh my goodness.
Weren't
awesome.
You just here in Nashville?
Yeah, we were in Nashville in July too. We missed you. You were doing some giant theater or something. So I didn't get to see you.
Yeah, I don't usually get around to see the little peons like
we figured. Because we saw. I think you were on a show with like Dusty Slay and Leanne, and we were at the club at the Zanies. Yeah, it was that night that you were doing that huge. It was like a huge thing.
It was Nate Bargatze and Leanne.
Yeah.
And we were in Tupelo, Mississippi. Yep.
So that was cool.
Oh, how fun. I'm here in Rhode Island, so yay!
Yes.
But you're originally, are you from Utah?
Yeah, I'm a Utah born and raised guy.
Do people actually move to Utah, or they're pretty much they're there? And I mean, do people move there? Do they migrate to Utah?
People are, but we're trying to prevent it because we kind of like our space. There's lots of tech companies coming out here. Lots of puzzle companies coming out here.
The puzzle people.
Big Puzzle.
Yeah. I spent a lot of my time just trying to take down Big Puzzle. So thank you for this platform.
When did you record your Dry Bar?
That one I recorded back in September of last year. So that's actually my second one. That I did that one kind of in the middle of the pandemic. When they had really limited people there. And that one's not all the way out yet, but you can see they released the COVID jokes chunk. So that's on YouTube and you can find it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
With your pretty green background.
Yeah. Really makes me stand out. Makes me look very leprechaunish with my red hair.
The sets are very interesting. I'm always interested to see what the set's going to look like. That's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, they put a lot of thought into those for sure.
Yeah. Some more than others.
Yes. They're like, what does Jordan need? Green. Yes.
Green. Yes. How about green? No, some are just like unbelievable. I'm like, oh my gosh, like who could think of that? Can they come to my house and I could use a little bit of some thought around here. What could we do? Really so creative. It's unbelievable. Oh my goodness.
Some are scary. Some of them were scary.
Yeah, there was one that was like a bunch of like mannequins. Those little off-putting.
Yeah, that one scared me.
My first one was like an old-timey mercantile store.
Oh, that's cool.
Which, when people think comedy, they think old-timey mercantile stores.
Yeah.
So mine was like speakers. It was like just all kinds of different speakers, all different sizes. And it was kind of cool, though.
Yours did look cool. I remember it, yeah.
I was kind of glad. So that's going to be coming out very soon in 2023. So you can look forward to that.
Gonna put it on my calendar.
Yeah, 2023. I don't know. That's what I'm looking at. So that way, I don't have to. And by the time it comes out, I'm going to be so much better than that.
Expectations versus reality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. There's that.
It's not taking a long time to come out. It's just taking its time to come out.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. They're just getting it. They're perfecting it. Is what it is. It's
exactly.
Perfection. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I know. I've missed some comments on here, and I want to apologize. I'm not paying attention. Let's see. Let's see. Karen says Rhonda's show gets better and better with cool clips and awesome guests. That's about you guys. That's for sure. I do have, see the clips are theirs too, but we just use them. And Alice says to welcome Jordan, and
thanks, Alice.
Brian before too. So I don't know. I know I've missed stuff, and I apologize. So please don't hold it against me. It's it's not easy. It's not easy being me. But anyway, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but one of my favorite things to do on Talk is Cheap is to play games, is to pit my guests against each other. I did talk a little bit about it in the opening, but I don't know if you were listening or not. Sorry. You might have been in the green room eating snacks. I do provide
now.
Were snacks provided? I didn't see them.
Yeah. It's whatever you can dream up. They're there. So to start the game, though, we're gonna bring up the very famous. See, we can't do a game without the very famous scorekeeper. Alex, roll it. Please welcome the scorekeeper. We're getting fancy here. Fancy. Yes. Oh, yeah. The scorekeeper's here.
Oh, look at that.
Nice ride, dude.
Yeah.
We never know. We never know what the scorekeeper just so quick.
Has anyone seen the scorekeeper?
No, the scorekeeper is made anonymous. Yes. Okay. We don't know if it's if the scorekeeper is a him or a her. The scorekeeper tries to rip off people selling cheap masks for $1,000 now. See? Yeah. I need lunch money. Num, num, num. Okay. This is all kinds of messages from the scorekeeper. Oh my gosh. Well, the scorekeeper's up. You know what time it is. It's time for It's You've Got Game. And today's game is Say It Like You Mean It. That's right, guys. This is the perfect game for I can't even watch the scorekeeper because I'm so distracted. It always makes me laugh. Sorry. Like I said, not getting out much now. So what we're going to do is we are going to give you a photo, and Brian and Jordan, and you are going to caption or meme that photo the best you can. And wait, it's not for nothing. It's not for nothing. No, you are going to be playing for the very coveted Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer. 100% clean comedy. 100% clean and sanitized hands. That's right. We don't mess around here on Talk is Cheap. The prizes are big.
I haven't washed my hands for like a year, so I need this.
You are going to need it. You definitely don't shake my hand. You're definitely going to need it. All right. So are you ready, guys?
Yep.
All right. So
Let's
you're going
go.
to type in your answers in the little, we talked about that, right? You're going to type in your answers. Good luck, says the scorekeeper. And yes, the world's greatest scorekeeper. I know, Alice. Alice, you do love the scorekeeper. People like the scorekeeper and Chewy better than me, but it's all right because I'm okay with that because I'm self-talking. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm valuable. All right. Are you ready? Here is your first picture to meme. Okay. All right. That could be anything.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, we'll give you a couple of, we'll give you a couple of seconds. I mean, I know it's not gonna. Oh, so the point system is gonna be scorekeeper. Show your point system. We have okay, that's worth 20 points, and then we have good is worth 50 points, and then we have awesome, which is 100 points.
Whoa.
So, all right. When you're ready, you just type in your answers. And all right. Are you ready? Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I put mine up already.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool. We'll just wait for Brian. If he steals yours,
sorry.
That's all right, Brian. I know we're putting you on the spot here because that makes it more fun for me. All right. And let's see what Brian has. Brian says, I can't live through 8 more of these lives. It's very dramatic. Oh, my goodness. That gets an awesome 100 points.
Okay.
You guys in the audience, if you can play along, too. And catnip, not even once. All right. All right. What do we have? Good. Oh, that's all. It's good for 50 points. Okay. All right, that's all right. That's okay.
Scorekeeper likes dark, I think.
Oh, we have another one here. You've got to be kidding me.
Good wordplay. Good wordplay.
That was good. That's good. Oh my goodness. You broke the internet. Oh, June, too bad you're not playing for all the sanitizers. Because
that's great.
That would be huge points. Huge points. All right. We are going to keep this show rolling. All right. Are you ready, scorekeeper? You ready? Good luck. All right, Alex. Let's put up the next. Oh. All right.
Oh boy.
Think it out. And all right. Awesome.
How do you know?
So you type it in, and don't worry, we're not going to show your answers right away.
Yeah, because I don't have one.
All right. You don't have one yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep thinking. What? It's a no-brainer.
That's good.
That's a good one, scorekeeper.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this was from the last one. Chris Parnell said, when you try to press play, but you keep hitting pause instead. That's funny. All right. You guys let me know when you're ready. I know. See, this is terrible. Me putting my guests. This is why my guests won't ever come back. Is what I'm doing is I'm putting them right on the spot. trying to, they're trying to be clever. Do you know how hard that is for a comic when you put them right on the spot like that? And you say, try to think of something funny in front of all these, I don't even think it's tens of people, all these ones of people, all these 4 people, maybe 5 or 6. Anyway.
Yeah. Rhonda, we're stand-ups. We're not improv comedians.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't know how to do stuff on the moment.
All right.
Ooh,
Are
15
you
people.
ready? I'm going to show your answer. I bet he wished he'd given me that raise.
It's dark. I like it.
I bet he wished. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, that is good for 50 points, says the scorekeeper. and Jordan, writing is hard. Sometimes you reach a dead end. That's awesome. Oh, it is awesome. You get 100 points.
Hey, we're all tied up, Brian.
Yep. Doctor.
All right, our audience is playing along. Alex, why don't you put the picture back up so we can see the I put him on the spot too, and he's gonna quit eventually if he didn't live here. It's a no-brainer, yes, we know. Let's see. John Peters says, "You've lost weight." Good one, John. Let's see. How do I explain this to the insurance company? Nice one, Peter. He was cheating. I could feel it on my bones.
June is on fire.
June is on fire.
Did June see these early?
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe how good these
leave
are.
me alone.
No, that's
Nice
good
one,
too.
Alice. Oh my gosh, I love when my audience plays along. That's so much fun. You guys, it looks like it's a tie. Oh, you broke the internet, she said. He said, whatever. All right. She said, he said, she said, I don't know. All right. Let's see. We have a tie scorekeeper. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. Are you guys excited for the next meme? I can tell you are. All right. Oh my gosh. I love this. This is just so funny. That is the best. That is the best. This is, oh my gosh, Alice said from the last time, looks like a date I had once. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
I can't even tell what we're looking at exactly.
Deadbeat dad.
Is it a cookie?
I don't know if that's a muffin or a cookie.
It could be a blueberry muffin. I can see that.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
Brian, I feel like we're losing to the audience.
Well,
I think that's a given.
I do have a pretty awesome audience. I'm not going to lie to you. I do have a pretty awesome audience.
I mean, I would put June in first place.
Yeah.
Although Alice had a good one.
She did. She did. My audience is crushing. Oh my gosh. I love this picture though. It kind of resembles a little bit of like Chewy.
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's check in on Chewy. Is Chewy still around? Let's see. Oh, is Chewy going to come up?
Chewy Cam.
There it is. Chewy Cam. Yeah, you can't really see Chewy that well, but if you could, then you would notice it's a little light Chewy. All right.
Chewy-ish.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. And let's see. A muffin for Muffin. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. That scorekeeper is hot. Oh my goodness. Oh, booed the scorekeeper. Yeah, that's sad. All right. So and you are what you eat. Oh, that's pretty funny. What's that one? Good. Oh, you got a good one.
I'll take it good. I'll take it. Now let's see what everybody else said that was funnier.
All right, let's put that picture back up. Let's see what some of the people in the audience said. I only eat Mexican. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now that's a doggy bag.
That was good. That one's good.
Good one, Peter Bianco. Is that a melancholy snack?
Brian, our wordplay is lacking, I have to say. I feel like
This is challenge. This is one of the most challenging of games I've ever played with my guests. Probably isn't a very bright idea because I'll like ask you back and you're like, oh, sorry, I'm booked. I'm booked. I can't.
No, because we're not doing poorly. We just have lots of room for improvement.
I think you're doing smashingly.
Thanks.
All right. We have another one. Don't worry, it's not over yet, you guys. Yay.
I was just noticing. Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right, let's see what we have here. That's a very interesting. It doesn't look staged at all either. That I'm sure it's not staged at all, that picture. What have we got there? Scorekeeper, the scorekeeper.
What is in the picture?
I know it's hard to see. Can you zero in on that picture at all, Alex, a little bit, just so they can see what's in the picture? Try to make it. I don't know if it's a certain movie or
okay.
If I don't know. It's like,
are they being watched? Like, are those people looking at a TV and seeing the kids in the hay? I think that's what's going on.
I don't know who's watching who. I don't know. That could have been it. That could have been one of your. Yeah, you blew it because you couldn't.
No.
Jordan, all this good stuff. No, you know what? It's just it's just getting your mind going. After this, you'll probably have a writing session. Either that or you'll have to call Christy. I don't know. I don't know if she's on speed dial, but she might be after this. All right. Are you ready?
I may need to go get a plug. It looks like my laptop's about to die. So,
okay, that's not good. Do you want to
likely story? I'm just beating you right now.
Let's see how this one goes, and then I'll tell you if I need to go get a plug or not.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know. I've almost done that. Like, people have no idea how many times I've almost like, oh, okay, the show might go off the air.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready? Jordan, you ready?
1 second. Okay. It's not good, but I'm typing it. Okay.
All right. That's okay. That's all right. It's only for the Roger Corey Comedy hand sanitizer. All right. Let's see. Are you ready to show our answer?
Scorekeeper's taunting me right now.
Oh, can I fix mine real quick? Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. Let me just fix this
real quick. We'll let you. We're fine here. Okay. Are you ready? Let's show. Hey, what are we watching here? Okay. Hey, I gotcha. Good. That's good. That's good. Hey. Hey, I love good outdoor time. Okay, what do we got?
That's fair.
All right,
we had the same wordplay on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we booed the. Sorry.
Oh, they're booing us.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was me.
Oh.
Doing great. Oh, got some of Christy's positivity there. Let's see. Hey, doing great. We got it. Okay. All right. So, stop. She's
how full of trinkets this room must be. It's blowing my mind.
He's always horsing around. All right, let's see. Put that picture back up there, Alex. And we've got. I know, poor Alex. Like, hey, what's on TV tonight? Ooh, that was pretty good. That was good, Peter Bianco. Chris Parnell says, I see what Farmer Joe spent his tax refund on. These are good.
Good.
Good. And hey, this movie is a ripoff. Nice job. Nice job. All right. So what do we have for a score there? Scorekeeper? Where are we?
I think we're tied up.
Let's see. I can't see. The screen is this big, so let me see. Oh, it's a tie. It's a tie score. Ooh, this is riveting. Do you need a plug, Brian?
I'm at 16%, and so
if his computer dies before it's over, then I win, right?
Well, or really, who wins? We think it might be Brian if it's dies on him. It depends on how you look at it. Who's the real winner? All right, look, the Uber. There's your Uber. All right, let's bring up another one. I hope it's like one of my favorites. All right. That one's laundromat. Actually, my logo was kind of inspired by a very similar picture to that with the legs. In case anyone who was watching was like, gee, I wonder what Rhonda's logo was inspired by. It was a very similar picture of legs sticking out of a dryer. And then that's where the legs on the R came from. And then, of course, the legs are my boots because I wear boots all the time. This is just what I'm doing right now is I'm just talking because I'm trying to fill time while they're coming up with amazing memes is what I'm doing. You're welcome, people. And that's the skill set that I have. I can just continue to talk about nothing for hours. Ask my husband. He'll tell you. I don't know if he'll call it a skill set. He'll call it, Rhonda, please stop talking. That's what he calls it. But I'm calling it a skill set because I just listened to Christy and she just told me to think about things in a positive manner. So I'm going to do that. All right, we're ready. Okay. I gave up my safety for Lynn.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is good. That is good. That is good. What do we have? Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, scorekeeper. That's sad. When laundromats attack, laundromat tax. You have to say that. Laundromat
Trying to push
attacks.
the words together, laundromat tax.
Laundromat tax. I got it now. Okay. I have to say, I say gut it. And I know it's supposed to be got it. June Colson likes to remind me of that I speak funny. Whatever. When the wash goes bad.
That's a good one.
Okay. Oh, no, you can't score yourself, scorekeeper. You just can't do that. Let's see. What do we have here? We have Back to the Future, the clean edition. And Peter says, gonna save time by keeping the clothes on this time. Nice. And all right. Oh, these, you know what? This was a brilliant idea on my part. It's like, you know what would be a fun game?
I think it's fun. I'm just not good
I do
at
like it. No, you know what?
I agree.
You know what would be really fun too is maybe to get like a bunch, like when I maybe make this like when I do like the big with like 5 comics and they all have to come up with a meme on the spot. That would be even more fun for me because I like the panic looked on your faces. It's like it's amazing how enjoyable it is for me. Anyway,
here's what you do. Give us the pictures next time, then we'll write some jokes. We'll try them out at an open mic. And then we'll bring him back to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we can do that. Let's see. Another mom being sacrificed to the laundry guard.
Wow.
Oh,
why can't I think of this stuff?
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
Scorekeeper's tough.
Yeah, Scorekeeper's a little jealous. Scorekeeper.
I think that scorekeeper, I don't know. That scorekeeper will suck it to you. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? I should have came up with a few. All right, here.
Oh, yeah, you weren't participating, Rhonda. You're just putting it all on us.
Yeah, because that way it's way more fun. Plus, I don't want to show off my skills. Okay.
That's true.
Because then you'll be like, oh, you saw them first and blah, blah, blah. And because they'd be amazing, I'm sure. Anyway. Thanks, Christy. Look at how positive I am. All right. That positive self-talk. All right. Is this the one that I think it is? I hope so.
How many more are they, by the way?
There's just one.
Okay.
I hope it's the one I think it is. My favorite. Yes. Okay. I love this one. Okay. Are you ready?
Ready.
This is
Let's
the last
go.
one. I promise.
I'm going to go until I get a good one. So we might be here all night.
Tell me that's not an awesome one. Just think that's so funny. There's a lot you can do with that. Come on, guys. I want you guys in the audience playing for the last one too. This is it. You know, this is it. After this, we're done with, done with the show. And how sad is that? So, scorekeeper's ready. The scorekeeper is ready. As always, that's an elephant, scorekeeper. All right. Oh my gosh, so funny. I'll give you mine. Hey,
Okay.
buddy, why the long face? That always makes me laugh. That is like the oldest joke, but I say it every single time I see a horse, like every time.
Oldie but a goodie.
And it makes me laugh every time. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but anyway. All right. Are you guys ready? You ready, Jordan?
I'm ready. Submitted.
All right. Let's bring up our answers. Alex, let's bring them up. All right. This girl is a nightmare.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. 100 points, Brian. 100 points. The horse whisperer. Oh, awesome. 100 points. That's awesome. What is the final scorekeeper? You know, the scorekeeper came about because I can't keep score. And I got in trouble from the guests. And so then Alex tried keeping score. And then Alex got in trouble. And so we had to hire a scorekeeper for the winner is Jordan is the winner. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Good job, Jordan.
I just want to take a moment to say how embarrassing for you, Brian. Just kidding.
That is so funny. Let's show what the audience has here. Let's see. Stop horsing around and telling lame jokes. Whoa! Oh, see what I said?
Good.
Whoa! That was part of it. Okay, whatever. Marriage seems to be universal for all the species. He wanted to kiss her, but he got cold feet. What? Oh, boom.
I'm giving my victory to the audience. I'm pushing it away from me onto the audience.
Good. That was so good. You guys. All right. So it's almost right to the end. We're going to show who is going to be here next week. Alex, show who's going to be here on next week's Talk is Cheap. We have as my guest co-host, we have the comedian actor, Danny Successful Simmons. And our featuring comedian actor is Angela Moore. And here as our special guest, Karen Eddington will be here, and I can't wait. That is going to be a super fun show next Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern on Rhonda Corey Comedy YouTube or Facebook. So that's all you have to do is tune in. And you guys, thank you so much for being here. Of course, if you want to follow Brian, you can do so at
Brian Bates Comic on Instagram and Twitter. And my website's brianbatescomedy.com.
There you go, guys. And don't forget to check out his dry bar special, Uber Important. And if you want to follow Jordan, you can at Jordan.
At Jord Macon on Twitter or at JORDZ Jords Macon on Instagram because somebody else had Jord Macon. I can't get it. So they're not the same.
They're not the same. And don't forget to check out his podcast, My Wife Thinks. So, right? Did I say it correctly?
Yeah,
Good
perfect.
job. And don't forget to check out Christy Largent too, and all of her follows are in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Scorekeeper. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Chewy, who's still a snoozing. Brian, Jordan, it was so much fun having you on tonight's show. Thanks for being with sports. I really appreciate it. And so I hate to say it, but Episode 102 is out.
I will hold, I will hold, I will hold my tongue. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Yeah. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.